It is the hot new remake of one of TV's great shows. Hawaii Five-0 is back. Daniel Dae Kim plays Chin Ho Kelly, who does some impressive juggling, fighting international terrorists, investigating murders, and supporting his cousin, who is also his teammate.
You really proved yourself out there today. You've earned this. And for the record, I wouldn't have missed your graduation for anything.
And Daniel Dae Kim is with us live in the studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Does it all seem real yet? How many years? 7 years on Lost. Right. Six. Sorry. And all of a sudden to be in this new show in a completely different realm.
Yeah, it is a little bit odd. You know, it's a completely different realm, but it's still on the same island. And it was a little bit strange for me to kind of be going back to the same locations where we shot so many important scenes for Lost, but with a whole new crew, with a whole new cast, and under very different circumstances.
And didn't I read this correctly, that you were finishing Lost as the pilot was being shot for 5-0, and there's a very dramatic end to Lost, then you're trying to run over and do this pilot all at the same time?
That's right. As we were shooting the scenes in the submarine, and I guess I don't want to spoil it for those of us who haven't seen it. 7
people who didn't see it.
Right. As we were shooting the scenes in the submarine, I was actually shooting the pilot for Hawaii Five-0, so I was doing a little double duty for sure.
So you've then, when this opportunity to do Lost came along, you decided to move to Hawaii, right? So your whole family is there.
Right.
And how great was it then when you had this job opportunity to do Hawaii Five-0, to be able to stay?
You know, I feel incredibly fortunate. To be able to be on 2 quality shows, regardless of where you are in the world, is very lucky. And then to have them both be in Hawaii is, I don't know what the odds are of that, but I bet they're pretty slim.
You must be looked at then like as almost the local, because you've lived there for so long. You sort of know what's up. What has it been like for your fellow castmates from 5-0 then to come and sort of experience the island with you?
Well, I'm glad to be...
Islands, I should say.
Oh, well done. No, I'm glad to be able to kind of show them around with what I know. You know, I remember when we first moved to the island, and the cast of Lost first moved to the island, we didn't know anyone, and so we hung out with each other and just kind of explored together. It would have been great to have a little tour guide or a little host to kind of show me the little quiet spots to eat, and so I was happy to do that for them.
Yeah, as you're just come back to the mainland now in the last day or so, what was it like when the show finally aired last Monday night, and then everybody everybody in Hawaii got a chance to see it? Did it feel like everybody watched it?
It really did. You know, I guess, you know, there was an awareness of it nationally, but in Hawaii, it's the namesake show, and so everyone has an opinion about how Hawaii Five-0 should go. And as a matter of fact, I walked home after one day of shooting, and there was a note in my mailbox from one of the neighbors who had said, you know, I really enjoy your show, but please tell Scott Kahn to speak up. And I thought, wow, everyone.
Have you shared that with him yet?
I haven't. Well, now I have.
Now you have. So people really have a proprietary interest then on what happens, what's portrayed, what's authentic, what's not authentic.
Absolutely. From everything to the locations to how we speak Pidgin to, you know, the use of the Hawaiian language, they're very, very opinionated, and they want it to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah. There must be a phenomenal sense of pride about a show like that, that's actually named after the state, coming back, and then it must be terrific for you then to be swept up and be part of it.
You know, I call Hawaii my home, so to be able to represent Hawaii in this way is really special. You know, and as far as you know, the namesake goes, it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand you're bringing Hawaii to the world, but but people are very aware that they don't want to show Hawaii as a crime-riddled place where, you know, all sorts of terrible stuff is going on all the time, because that's not the case, as I'm sure you know.
Of course. The other thing I think that's interesting about this is, I imagine being able to come home and say, I've got this job. And your kids being able to say, we don't have to move, has got to be a huge, huge deal.
It was a big deal, because as Lost was finishing, we would sit down and have these family conversations about what we were going to do next. And it was, you know, I have a teenager at home, and he's very opinionated, and you know, I wanted to make sure that the whole family was happy.
And last night was the debut. I mean, last Monday night was the debut. You're up against Monday Night Football and all kinds of other things. And the show did like gangbuster numbers, right?
I think we did really well. You know, we're thrilled. You know, I thought CBS did a great job of boosting us as much as they could, and I'm glad we have a product that we can all be proud of.
That's very, very cool. And you have family here in New York City as well as Pennsylvania.
That's right.
So they're going to come. They're going to come see you.
We'll have lunch in rainy New York.
There you go. Thanks very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.